play the video. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Professional Roundtables with Arrows Education. My name is Joash. I'm your host today. And today we have the privilege of talking to Soo Shao Wei, who is an engineer who was used to be a pro gamer, which is something that a lot of young people are really excited when they hear about this. And it's definitely a new career of this era that we talk about. But before we begin, we'd love to share with you a little bit of what Arrows Education is and who we are and what do we do for you. Arrows Education is an education consultancy and agency. We are operating in more than 30 countries, partnering with more than 2,500 institutions, universities, colleges around the world, offering thousands of courses in every field. From K-12 to PhD, we got you covered. We are the most affordable support services to help you realize your dream of studying abroad in various countries like UK, US, Canada, Australia, Malaysia, Southeast Asia, anywhere that you can think of. We'll do our best to help you. So how it works, visit us on our Arrows Education website on arrowstransactions.com. Complete an application form with us, upload all your documents such as your transcripts and your latest results, and we will reach out to you on WhatsApp. Pay all application fee and choose a university that we would suggest to you based on your results, and finally apply and you will receive an admission offer from us, and we will handle also your travel visa application as well. So reach out to us and you may begin on your uh, dreams of studying abroad with Arrows Education. So visit us on all our social media accounts and on WhatsApp. So with this, I would love to bring us into our session immediately. Without further ado, it's such a privilege to talk to you, Shao Wei. Good to see you.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Soo Shao Wei. Thanks, Joash, inviting me for this
Yeah,
podcast. I'd be honored to be here and
yeah,
pleasure to share my experience.
yeah. Shawei and I were colleagues that working in the same company before I left the engineering field and now doing education entirely. We had the privilege of talking with one another with our own experience in the career and in our education path. And when I heard that, hey, he used to be a pro gamer, I knew this would be a topic that a lot of our young people or young listeners and on our channels would be exciting to hear about. And so, but before we begin, Shawei, would you introduce a little bit about yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, sure. I'm Soo Shao Wei. Basically, people can call me Sean. And right now, it's already 36 years old, and I already been working in the engineering field around 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say I get involved in a lot of automation projects in the past, and also I established quite well in the past with these electric vehicle automation solutions in the past, as well as bringing more to the integrations upcoming in the company and process improvement, as well as bringing technology from Switzerland back to Malaysia.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a lot about myself. I would say more or less, I also be very grateful to have what I am having today, because in the
Mhm.
past it's not easy, and I'm not a very good kind of a students that able to achieve very good grade in the studies. But anyway, yeah, I make it today. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's so grateful to see your journey as well because it's real that people actually struggles and even like engineers, people think that oh, if you're an engineer, you must score really well at school and things like that. But the reality, it's more than half of us are struggling with our exam, with our study as well, and it's a reality. And so if you're struggling today, it's we encourage you not to give up, and difficulties and setbacks are normal even in study, and just press on and continue to pursue your dream. Maybe help us understand a little bit more about you. Tell us maybe a few things about you that when we look at you, people would not expect you.
Not expect one. Okay, I used to score very bad as I mentioned earlier. My
Mhm,
SPM is not doing great. I not even got 5 credits. That is the
mhm,
worst part of my study career. And then there is one of it. The second thing, I used to be a gamer, and a lot of people doesn't expect that. I believe even Joash also shocked that when I told him. And later on, I appear to be one of the top student in my engineering faculty. So this is something really unexpected. Yeah,
mhm.
yeah. There are
Wow.
three things.
Yeah. So you score badly in government public exam in Malaysia, and but doesn't seems to determine what you how well you were doing in university, which is a great, very inspiring journey because a lot of people feels like once they score really bad on their public exam or starts off really badly, that situation would not change. I think it's too early to give up on that. And sometimes when you enter university, like you may be able to find something that you realize, hey, I'm kind of good at this, and this is encouraging to hear. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. i
Yeah.
think i think when you told me that you're a gamer, I wasn't surprised that you game, because a lot of us game as well, right? I myself
Okay.
plays games, but I think I was more intrigued by the fact that you say you were playing at a professional level. Yeah,
I would
or,
say,
or at least competitive level, right?
yeah.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I would say during old time, I plays a lot of games, and also I attract to this kind of game called Defense of the Ancients, Dota, that people pronounce today. And I get to get in touch with this kind of game like since I'm in like secondary school.
Mhm,
Very nice strategy game.
mhm,
Start to dig into it, and slowly I like this kind of game because it's train my brains well, and slowly I think that okay, I could deliver better result after a certain time. I could learn fast, and then I try to play with my a bunch of friends, and slowly move forward to tournaments, and we are able to perform well in our states. Slowly, I'm not that to say that I'm very is a top player or very professional one, but I get in touch with some of the professional gaming, and during that time we have a lot of tournaments, and I used to play with different countries members in old time, and then yeah, that's how I live that. Yeah, I found that is very interesting.
yeah. Maybe for some of our audience who are parents who may not be very familiar with the term e-sport, right? Because it really didn't exist before. Even before our generation it just barely existed. So tell us a little bit about e-sport, like what is it like,
I
and
think
how does the competition works and things like
my first interaction with PC, I would say, is around my secondary school.
which
And
how old that is probably about like
20
14,
years
15 years,
ago. Yeah, I could. Yeah, around 20
14,
years
15
ago.
years.
Yeah, 20 years already. And
Yeah.
then every uh, house is very hardly we were able to get one PC, and
Mm-hmm.
then we can do internet sourcings and so on. In the past, we do not have a exclusive internet access. I would say we are
Mm-hmm.
using jarring, so we have to perform some talks,
Yeah, those days.
try a little bit on that one. Then slowly I get in touch with this kind of game through the cyber cafe. In the past,
Mm-hmm.
there is no esport, and slowly we play a lot of games, and this game turned into the tournament after times, and then we get in touch with a lot of tournaments, and we think that okay, in the old time, I'm in Alosta. There's
Mm-hmm.
so much entertainment. Either you hang out with friends playing basketball, sports, or you playing games.
Mm-hmm.
Else you will go to snorkeling, play snooker, and then go to maybe eventually at the night weekends you go to these cinemas to watch movie,
Mm-hmm.
and all these have to spend a lot of money, right? It's a
Mm-hmm.
similar ones. And in the past in Alosta, Friday we are not encouraged to have entertainment. That's why it's very boring. So I think when I was in around secondary school, form five, I obtained one PC so I can play Dota at the homes. Yeah.
Okay, so that basically gradually leads you to like, hey, you're playing more, and then you're really honing all your gaming skills and all that, and eventually you're like, hey, probably we're good enough to go to tournaments.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
why
how
my,
it
my
happened?
result is not good.
Okay, okay. So this is a reality, right? Like when
Mm.
you put a lot of times into gaming, it does affect your studies, and so, but in that sense, yeah, I think sometimes we make choices like that, especially when we're young. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's the end of you, and I think that's amazing to hear. Like, would you say you how do I put it? So once you've gone to enough tournaments, right? You kind of have to prepare for those tournaments. Otherwise, you won't be one of the best few teams that you play. How
Yeah,
does
I
that
was.
training looks like? How does that your day to day look like in order to prepare for all these tournaments?
Yeah, that's true. Also, you have to keep on practicing yourself, your skills, and the mindset, how you play with the peoples. And during that time, we have a drafting, so we
Mm-hmm.
have to be strong about how to counter your opponents and also your strategies. And you'll feel a lot of interesting strategies appear after time. From time to time, it change. And yeah, that is a really great and fantastic, I would say. And if you don't consistently doing something for a long period, you cannot perform.
Mm-hmm.
It's same as your study. If you not consistently focus on your study, you cannot perform.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same things. How you going to leverage and also let them be more stable, left and right. Yes.
Would you say that when you're already like when you're putting in this kind of effort into like the game, it's no sometimes does it feel like sometimes I'm doing this so much like gaming isn't actually making me happy. It's actually quite painful because I have to practice. Even if I don't feel like playing, I still need to like train and do all these
For
things.
my own case, I'm not thinking that way because
Mhm,
I'm quite passionate on that during that old time. And for some of the people, they will feel like giving up after a period of time.
mm,
So it requires consistently patient, passionate, and also you need hardworking, keep on practicing, and talk about this kind of strategy topics with your friends in the old time. Maybe yourself alone is not able to make it, and it has to be like established as a teamwork, right? Like five people in the games and five people having different opinions, and that is very interesting to build communication between each other, to build boundaries and then break the boundaries. There's so many things happen in between,
Mm.
especially communications and work together with your teammates. Yeah.
Okay. So for somebody who like somebody who's young, in their 15 and 16, they really enjoy gaming, they really enjoy doing this, and they actually have the ambition to be an esport athlete, right? We call them an athlete right now because it's really physically demanding. Like, what advice would you have for them if they aspire to be that? Like, what do they need to do to be special, to be better than, to be competitive, right? What would you have to say to them?
Okay. Yeah, the things is like consistently. If you think you are good at that, do you really practice and experience it very deep through? There's one question you do you ask yourself, are you able or capable doing that after time?
Mm,
And in the result, the most important is results. Can you deliver or can you win the tournament? There is no point if you can't win tournament and you have to give up and move to others.
mm,
Because if you keep on use the time that you have and you do not have good result, then you waste your time. And one day you'll feel regret. This is what I will say. Yeah, the
mm,
most important, if you want to consistently do a things, you need to be very patient with that. You need to be very hardworking, and you need to be having this mentally strong, I would say.
mm,
Without mentally strong and physically strong, I don't think you can sustain, because I used to be basketball player as well. So I do exercise almost every day, and then
mm,
I go for this gaming.
yeah. Do you have any like examples of people who successful in being an esport athlete? And what are they? What is their lifestyle like?
Okay. From my experience, I got one very close friend. We are in the same team in the past. Is Afu, and
Mm,
then he turned out be these professional gamers.
mm,
And we disband the team. After that, he went through another team. They able to deliver results better. And then what things he have to work on is he have to have this kind of training more than 12 hours per day, every day, consistently 12 hours practicing,
wow.
drafting, playing with different opponents. So they're paying salary just to buy their time practicing and then go for tournaments. Even though you are on medical leave or whatever, they don't care. You just play. You have to um, take out most of your valuable time at
Mm,
your valuable age, I would say, because when you are young, you react faster. When
mm,
you get older, you can't react faster as before.
yeah,
We have
that's
to
so
accept this kind of fact. Yeah.
yeah. So the life of an esport athlete, it's not that uh like it you kind of deteriorate over time, and so it's not necessarily a very long term career where you can stay the top of your game until you're like 60. Yeah.
Yes. If you perform well, you definitely have results and you make some money
Mm,
on the tournaments. And then you have to hire people to manage your money. That is a very true thing. But if you
mm,
don't manage, you spend it very fast. And
okay.
then at the end, you got no more career unless you become the what we call trainer
Mm,
or coach, and maybe some others moderator and so on. It really depends on your skill, and not everyone that good at playing games are good at coaching.
mm,
So we need to think about that one later stage. When you are young, 20 something, yeah, you can make a lot of this kind of gaming sports and be conquer after times. But after a few years, the history doesn't change. The history never have people conquer the competitions five times and onwards. It always
Mm,
change. Maybe two times, three times. That is end of the life of that particular players.
yeah, that's a reality of it. Do esports athlete actually get paid a salary? Like, do people actually pay pro gamers a salary?
Yes, correct. You need to have to be in a very competitive guild, guild teams.
Mm.
Only people will pay you good salary. If you are
Oh.
not inside the team and you are not the coach of that team, yeah, the pay is very low, and it really determine. And you can think about, okay, let's say we have few millions of people enjoying playing this game, but you only have every year 20 teams times five people
Mm,
and 100 something players entitled that kind of pay.
mm,
And if you don't win the tournament, you basically got no pay.
mm.
So it really depends. So it will have pro and cons. You really need to be very professional one, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. So for our audience, yeah, if you're considering pursuing an esports career, these are some of the things that you really have to watch out for. It's a career that's worth considering, and if you're really good at it, I would say please go and pursue your dream. But you also have to recognize the reality of this career. It's not an easy one, right? As much as we enjoy the game, sometimes when it becomes professional, if the joy gets sucked out of you and you're not persistent, your goal is just having fun and not pursuing that being the top of all the competitions that you have, then it's not going to be a very lasting career. It's not going to be a career that is financially sustaining you and may not be very rewarding for you. And as with any sports, right, it's highly competitive. um then and the trend changes very quickly, right? The game can change very quickly as well, so something that
And
you have to take in consideration.
yeah, and also others consideration, especially not about age, but about money. You
Mm.
play games, you need to spend money for sure.
Oh yeah.
You spend times, and then you go to cyber cafe, work with your teams. You need money to go out from your house and then meet your friends, and then a lot of things to be spent, and then there is no return after time, and maybe 5 years like that, you got to spend a lot of money. You will not notice that until you come into one kind of situation that there is no financial support. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so good to think about. Something good to think about. Thank you for sharing that, Sean. I so obviously there is a change, right? There is a pivot point in your career, right? That you decided that, hey, I'm not doing this pro gaming anymore, and I want to pursue an engineering. How does that story goes? Would you share a bit of that?
It's a very long story, I would say.
Yeah,
um,
we have a lot of time, so go ahead.
yeah, as mentioned, I do not score very good, very well grade on my secondary school. Then I was been like actually forced by my parents go to some other institute to learn some skill, hand skill.
Hmm.
So I do some welding, milling machines, a lot of stuff in the beginning,
Hmm.
and I struggle about 1 year over there.
Ooh,
1 year, and then there's no aircon rooms, so not even a fence
oh my
on the
goodness.
workshop, and then you have to create a metal ship quite a lot doing welding.
Mm,
You can't imagine you have all type of welding, and then you have to prepare all your stuff, and then after go back to your hostel, you still have to wash your clothes, plan your dinners, everything,
mm,
and then that is how life move on. uh, Even like that, I still be very naughty, I would say. I could rather spend 30 to 40 minutes walks to the cyber cafe every day consistently playing games.
mm,
Not say every day, maybe 1 week I have 3 days or 4 days. Okay, to sharpen my skill and so on. At the same time, I also focus on educations. And then I slowly moved to diploma. So I got a diploma, and then it's not because of no choice, because I see that, okay, there's opportunity to study, let's move on. And then maybe I can make a better income after that. So
Mm,
I went to this diploma. Slowly, I got a bunch of friends also enjoying playing games with me during
mm,
my diploma. And very outstanding one is I realized that when I joined to diploma, I study this mechatronic engineering.
mhm,
It's actually gained my interest quite a lot,
mm,
and I am able to perform well during my diploma sessions. And then after time, I I have formed different teams with my friends, and then we go for this tournament after graduations. Then there is one couple months that we are free. Then we keep on playing games and we form a team. Then we go for some tournaments.
mhm,
And during before that tournaments, I was applying for this university,
mm.
and I got the information that I'm not able to get into the university, but I
Oh,
have to reapply. So
mhm,
I do the application reapply, because the university school is actually started on
mm.
September 14th. I remember that,
Wow.
because on that particular day, I lost a tournament with my team. And that particular day is my birthday. Plus, that day, I received invitation from university, say that I could join as a second batch, maybe 2 or 3 weeks later one. I could hope to that one. And then that is the main changes. Then I think about, maybe I should go for university rather
Mm,
than become the gamers all the way, because as I say, you have to spend a lot of money, and I have to travel from all the way from Alostar northern area to go to the city areas like KL, Penang for the tournaments, right? So the expenses is still there, and I
mm,
have to keep on with my own livings. And okay, I already got that kind of good offer from the university. Why not I go give a try, right?
mm,
So I make my decisions to enter university, and I go to the most northern area Unimap, whereby
mhm,
there's not much entertainment things that I could find. Very fortunate I got that kind of a pivot point. I would say thanks God to that. It's not easy and not so fortunate for everyone. So I'm quite
mm,
lucky. And not long later, we disband our team, and that's why Afu joined another team, and he got his own career, good career, professional gamers career today. And I keep move on with my university life for another 3 years. And
wow.
yeah, that is really interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I can see why that particular day feels very significant. The fact that you could remember the exact day and date itself, it feels like something it's controlling, it's having all these things together, and just like put this highlight here like, hey, you just lost a tournament, it's your birthday, and that loss definitely feels a lot harder, but at the same time there was a glimmer of hope that say, hey, you got an application to go to a university, and that has been life changing for you as well. I'm also very encouraged to hear about like how when you enter into, was it diploma you mentioned, and then you discover that, hey, actually I'm not doing, I'm not too bad at this, right? And you discover that interest, and so sometimes that happens. I think a lot of audience are at a stage where like, hey, I'm going to graduate from high school soon, I'm going to graduate from secondary school soon, and I'm feeling very lost, because I don't know what my passion is. I don't know what I really want to do. It feels like it. I mean, from your story, it kind of just tells us that, hey, it's actually okay to feel lost like this, you know, and sometimes life. may deal you with a very good card that you're not
I mean,
expecting.
God give you the close and door, and it open another one for you. This is
Mm,
very special. Everybody do always have that kind of opportunity, I would say. It's just you have to be open-minded one things, and also you have to accept sometimes the faith, and you need to think about what you can do further on other areas. And also it's it not necessary to say that you get in touch with studies A's, and then you will be very passionate on that. It's not like that. I
mm,
also take a lot of this part-time job, as well as some different school learning, as well as doing different job,
mm,
like part-time job is a either promoters, um, selling shoes, a lot of things. Then you might gain interest at some point, and then if you think that is your way,
mm,
and the most important is you need to grab the opportunity. A lot of people see opportunity, let go. I
mm,
mean, people will let go a lot of chances, including myself. If you look back on your in your past, it's always a lot of chance and opportunity. Just we lost it. So you really need to be open to receive what you have at the moment and how we move on. And I think the background of the student today surely will be much better compared to my case.
mm.
Yeah, that is only that is the thing that I would say.
Yeah. And so this is where Arrows Education can really help our audience here. We have really professional and counselors and consultants who knows really well of the industry and education itself. And sometimes it's okay to talk to us and just exploring some of the different ideas that you have, some of the different passion that you have, and what kind of education that you can get from there. Because the right education provides you with clarity on how to move forward in your life and in your career as well. And so don't hesitate to reach out to us. Reach out to us on our on all our social media and our phone number here. And we'll be happy to help you figure out some of the questions that you have, provide you with all the information, and see how that dream of yours can be realized. So reach out to us on Arrows Education. And so I'm so grateful that you're saying that and just encouraging our audience here. For somebody who aspires to be a professional gamer, a professional esports athlete, perhaps, or some of you, like some of them have also been thinking about being a live streamer on Twitch, on different platform. Uh, uh, yeah, what do you have to say to them in terms of uh, like their education? What would be the best thing for them to do with their
I will
education?
say education is also very important from my point of view.
Mm,
If you look back and I having reflect, I will definitely work harder, study harder, I would say, in the
mm,
past. So I need to balance it up to make sure, ensure me, myself, no need to spend additional unnecessary years on different kind of struggling, I would say. And the most important, um, you need to keep on learning, because not in the world we cannot learn everything. This is true. And you will feel no regret what you have done if you're able to balance up. Definitely a win-win situation for you and your family, and possibly your parents.
mm,
Because if you're able to study well and you are able to become a good gamer, it also existed. And you realize that the YouTubers
mm.
also come from very good education background.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
not. Yeah, they are quite smart, most of them. Yeah,
For
that
example,
is
do you
an
have any example?
exceptional one.
Mm,
You will feel the differences if they having this kind of education background or not.
yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
this is
have an
what I
example of someone like that?
Uh, I couldn't recall the name. Some of them really good one.
Uh,
Um,
I think PewDiePie would be one of the more like successful YouTuber during our time.
a
Like
lot,
he
and I
has
have one friends playing pianos, also uh, having a good education background, and then become a YouTuber. Yeah, 1 year,
yeah
and also few more, even the models and some models. They also study quite well compared to me. They are better, even better than me, and I always don't deny that uh, education is one of your foundations. And sometimes a lot of people saying that uh, people will educated person will work for the people that not really educated at some point.
mm,
Somehow it is true, but somehow it's not true. It really applies to different peoples, and you need to be having that kind of luck, and you are able to override others people thinking.
yeah
Then that is only the way you can do that. It's not
yeah
easy, I would
yeah
say. Yeah.
yeah.
By by
Like for
having
example,
yeah
yeah, say that. Go continue. Yeah,
yeah by having this kind of education background, you will able to leverage yourself and help you better, I would say,
mm.
in terms of decisions making, and then what kind of opportunity you should grab and not to lose it. Yes.
Yeah. Even I mean, even the likes of Mark Zuckerberg, the likes of Elon Musk, all these very successful businessmen, uh, so they didn't complete their university. Uh, they were top of their class, and it was like they were doing very well in their education before they even drop out. To be successful, and they have access to a lot of advantages, connections that their parents were able to afford them, and so they have all sorts of this kind of advantage. But most of us do not have that kind of advantage, and the only advantage that you can actually hone yourself in is education, and so don't let go of that advantage that you can have. My some of my favorite YouTubers are a bit more like engineering, sciencey people. The Smarter Every Destin Sandlin from Smarter Every Day, Mark Rober, who used to be a NASA engineer, making robots, and rockets, that used in Mars mission, and all these are like Destin Sandlin himself is an engineer. They are very highly educated people that have somehow achieved success in their YouTubing career, that was able then to pivot towards YouTube, being a content creator, and so yeah, really really having something to fall back on, a skill that is valuable. I would say that would be helpful. Would you agree with that? Yeah. Yeah, so thank you for sharing that. Um, s- um, Maybe the next question I have for you is, in your engineering career, how has your experience in esports and in gaming, right, helped your career?
I Right now, I think that the most relations to the esport was because of the this my English foundation come from esport.
Mm,
Okay, I couldn't speak a good sentences or pronunciations. Even I'm still in a university life, and slowly I got engaged more and more with my English standard. Because of gaming, I used to type a lot of the words, and
mm,
then slowly I have to interact more and more with my teammates.
mhm,
And when you deal with you form a team with different races and also possible with different nationality, then you will speak a lot of English, and you have to break through. And a lot of vocabulary I learned it from the games. It's really open up my thinking.
Mm.
and also because of strategy game, I my mind will react faster and I will behave smart because lazy people always smart one at some point, and then you have to put in effort at some point as well. Yeah, there's yeah, there is the things that able to change me. It give good things for me, and I also got the bad habit, because it will drive your emotional level, EQ, reduce your EQ level because you are getting mad sometimes, and after time you are getting much more relaxed. Maybe
Mm.
at my age, um, in the past I still able to play some games. Maybe this year is very amazingly, I would say within this year I just play less than 5 games.
Okay.
Oh, there's something I would not expected so far. Yes.
Yeah, I think that just progresses with your age.
Yes.
Um, yeah, but when you look at how your career has progressed, do you think that like there's any regret on quote unquote giving up on esports and
No,
to go
I
into
will say no regret so far, because if I'm still considered to be a programmer, keep on going, right? I possible not to be top of the professional gamers, as I mentioned. Maybe I'm not look as current already. I maybe get older, ages, looks ages, much more ages, because you have to strive for better. I will definitely experience very stress
Mm,
uh, kind of environment,
mm,
because you have to strive for living and
mm,
commitment come in.
mm,
There's a lot of things. Then you have to figure out a lot of things. But right now, I think no regret.
mm.
It's just a stepping stone for me, help me run through this kind of engineering direction. Yep.
Yeah. While we're on this topic, you mentioned a little bit about how the esports are potentially changing you physically. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Like, what are some of the impact of esport actually has on a person? Like, what are the good things? And you mentioned a lot about how it improves your response, and you're smarter, you're more strategic, you're faster in responding to things. But what are some of the negative effects actually esports actually have on a person that somebody
You
has
let
to think
you
about?
feel addictive,
Mm-hmm.
very addictive. You addict into that, then eventually, if you keep on, you addicted to one item. The negative thing is like even you are having your own night dreams also related to esport.
But in your dream, you're
I
still
think
playing.
yeah, even though not esport, you are very addictive to one things. I think in your
Mm,
night dream, you always will think about that one. That's showing you are addicted.
mm,
This real case. This for my understanding point of view, and there's a lot of negative impact. Your emotional handling will be very not getting better.
mm,
Yeah, either you're open-minded or not open-minded, you'll get stressful when coming to one point. You should win the games and you lost the game, and you will start to blame each other.
mm,
Yeah, different people behavior totally different, I would say.
mm,
You got eventually you lost again, you will say, it's okay, that doesn't matter. I just because you pay up the expenses towards the tournament and you prepare a lot and you put it into a lot of effort and you lost it.
mm,
And possible it's not because of your fault,
mm,
right? So the emotional EQ will be dropping a lot. And the bad things, and most, if you observe correctly, most of the gamers do smoking.
oh,
When they come
okay.
into very stressful life, they start to smoke. Even the professional gamer nowadays. And
Mm,
then yeah, there's a lot pro and cons, but good things mentally also not so good, physically also not so good.
Mm,
Okay, and then you do not have a consistent meal time, do not have a good sleep.
mm.
Yeah, that's quite a lot on that.
Yeah. Do people actually die from the sport?
Yeah, because they continuous not sleep and playing games for 36 hours and above. I did that once, so I'm fortunate because I'm still living. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Looks like you
tried
have.
once.
Yeah. Looks like you have heard some experience of people like just.
Yeah, I have a close gamers player. Yeah, I we accepted the news. He just died during the night playing the games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Very true. Yeah,
Yeah. So there are risks to it for the reward that you're getting from esports. The
yeah,
tournaments I looked at some of the money that is in that game, right? Oh, it's crazy a lot of money in
yeah.
there
Few
because
millions, but right now it's reducing lah. I will see the trend, but possibly other esport doing differently.
mm, yeah. So there's a huge reward, but there's also a lot to give up as well. So it's something that you can and our audience you should think about going into this. And even when you're pursuing a career in esports, take care of your body because without a healthy body, your performance is affected. Yeah, there are things that they're stressful situation that you can't deal with. That is inevitable yet that you have to deal with. Yeah, man, it just take care of your body really well. I'm pretty sure, like if they're like when you have coaches, does the coaches take care of your health as well?
Yeah, you need to have people take care of your health, then ask you to go for exercise and then play games afterwards. I think this seldom, rarely see in the market. Yeah,
Mm,
because they are representing their teams and a company names, so they have to fight harder to gain the title.
and
That's
often at
that's
the
how the
expense of their
business
own health.
works. Yeah,
Yeah, and often at the expense of their own health as well. So
yeah. Thinking through is like yeah, just puppet to the businessman. You're playing
yeah,
games behind the scene and then strive for the title and then promoting the company and so on. These just advertisements. This is what I think.
yeah, sounds like any other job to me. Just like any other job. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
just like any other job. Just how you think that the 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 jobs makes you better or the things more passionate for you to involve. Then you get the return that you want. Then you will keep on going. So
same.
regardless you are in which field, not gamers, eventually in engineering, many people exhausted and possible many people uh, give up their health because of
Mm,
work. You also possible. I will not say engineering is bad, but some of the work is when you deliver a project, you need to be fully commit. That's why you sometimes will work beyond your time. Yes.
mm, yeah. Well, thank you for sharing with us, Shao Wei, and on your own journey and your own story. I'm sure it has been helpful for anyone who is considering walking the path that you walk, maybe a bit differently. Maybe one last question is, if you could send a message to your younger self, if you could say something to your younger self, right? What would something that you would like to tell yourself?
I mean, the most important is don't give up. When you see a stumble block,
Mm-hmm.
get through it. Try not to avoid it because avoiding doesn't solve the matter in
Mm,
most of the case. You have to break through it, confront it
mm,
with the cases and also the problems you have. Only can make you better, and don't afraid of failure. That is very being failure is a good learning for us. If we don't fall down, we cannot strive up. Yeah.
mm. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you. That is so on point. Thank you for sharing that, and so powerful. Do not give up. Keep pressing through. Do not avoid stumbling blocks because it makes you better. Do not be afraid of failures because failures makes you strive further up. And so, thank you so much for your time with us, Shao Wei, and I'm so happy that we got to speak and to learn of your story. Um,
My
yeah,
pleasure.
yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
Joash, for inviting as well.
Yes, yes. And so final words for our audience. Reach out to us if you have a dream of studying abroad or pursuing particular education that is on your mind, but has been really tied up with like, hey, which university actually offers this? And my result isn't the best. What are some of the options that are available to me? How can I move forward? We have a consultant there to help you. Please reach out to us, and we'll get you started on your journey of studying abroad and pursuing your career. With that, I would like to thank you for joining us in this episode of Professional Roundtable, and we will see you next time. See you. Thank you, Shawei.